The 2013 stock car season kicks off today right here on Speed. Lucas Oil 200 for the ARCA Racing Series. And a veteran in this field has 76 wins, but never at Daytona. Yes, that's Frank Kimmel looking for his first Daytona win. How about some of the youth in this series? Kyle Larson, he's starting to make a name for himself in stock car racing. He will pilot one of the fastest cars we've seen this weekend. Darrell Wallace driving for Venturini Motorsports, getting a little advice from Kyle Busch before the green flag drops. It'll be John West Townley who'll bring the field to the green flag. He wins the pole here at Daytona. A little overcast skies as the temperature dips to 63 degrees and continues to go down. The wind picking up 16 miles per hour here near the beach. Hello everyone, Rick Allen, Phil Parsons with you once again. This is the 50th ARCA race at Daytona. A big milestone that we've reached here. Now, a lot of young drivers normally kind of make a name for themselves in this series, and we've got quite a few of them in this field.
Rick, we do. Everybody that grows up wanting to be a race car driver wants to race at Daytona. I did, and I got my opportunity about 30 years ago. We've got a guy like Drew Charlson, though, that came here as one of those rookies last year, ended up with a second-place finish. Half our field today will be first-time starters here at Daytona. Can a rookie win? Yes, he can win here, but to do that, he's going to have to beat a guy that's won here 8 times, Bobby Gerhart. Here he is last year. This is about lap number 10. He comes in for a splash of fuel. He never came back to pit road. He was on the racetrack. Last restart, Alex Bowman runs out of gas. Coming off turn 4, our leader, Brandon McReynolds, runs out of gas. Bobby Gerhart was running 5th. He ends up in victory lane for the 8th time. You got to beat him to win this race. But Venturini Motorsports, with 4 strong cars, has the best chance.
And Venturini Motorsports has never won at this racetrack. Now, when we talk strategy and pit strategy, when you come to Daytona, normally you'd say, well, what's the fuel window? But Gerhart has really thrown that out the window as far as, will you wait until you are almost out of fuel?
Yeah, normally we say, okay, what's a pit window? 60 laps, something like that. Here, the pit window is any time you can get in your window. Most of the talk in the garage area is we're going to go about 10 laps. If the caution comes out anytime around 10 laps, they're all going to come to pit road, and that may be the last time we see him on pit road.
Now, Kyle Larson, we saw him just in the open, a young driver who had over 100 starts in racing a year ago, really getting his feet underneath him now in the stock car world.
Yeah, he's so talented. He won the 4 Crown this year at Eldora, won sprints, midgets, Silver Crown, all on the same night. We saw him almost win a truck race last year. He's going to make full-time into the Nationwide Series this year, and he's going to get a super speedway start right here at Daytona.
One of the more interesting and exciting young drivers we'll be keeping our eye on. The drivers are all strapped in. It's time to hear our command. We go trackside.
Race fans, it is time here to deliver the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome your Grand Marshal, Vice President of Commercial Sales for Dish Network, Bob Groves.
Drivers, start your engines.
40 cars come to life. We talked about Venturini Motorsports being strong. They are the front row. John West Townley and Milka Duno will bring us to the green flag next. Coverage of the ARCA Racing Series on Speed is brought to you by Lucas Oil, the world leader of high-performance lubricants and problem-solving additives for everyday cars and trucks. And by Menards, save big money on all your home improvement needs. Welcome back to Daytona International Speedway. And we're talking about the 50th annual ARCA race, and it's the Lucas Oil 200 at Daytona. The field working their way around the 2.5-mile super speedway. Talked about John West Townley bringing the field to the green flag. He won the Menards Pole Award presented by Ansel yesterday. John West Townley posting the best mark, and it's been a long time since a Venturini car has been on the pole here at Daytona, Phil.
Yeah, and that was Big Bill, the team owner, and he ran over 200 miles an hour back in the 80s.
Back in 1987, Big Bill posted the fastest qualifying mark here at Daytona. Your starting grid will roll across the top of the screen. Again, John West Townley and Milka Duno making up row number 1. We'll ride along with a few different drivers who carry cameras for us. One of those being the 23 of Spencer Gallagher in the Allegiant Air Chevrolet. He starts 32nd.
We're also going to ride along with the number 42 of Bo Lamastis, and he's going to have a special set of eyes up on top of the the spotter stand here. Jeff O'Nine, 1986 Daytona 500 winner, will be spotting for Bo, and Bo will start his Crosley Radio Dodge from the 22nd spot.
Also carrying one of our cameras, Sean Fuller, in the number 82. He starts 18th, and the Warriors in the Workplace Ford.
We're also going to ride along in the 25 car of Justin Boston, and he will be full-time this year for Venturini Motorsports in the Z-Loop Electric Recycling Toyota.
Give you some great pictures from inside these cars, a different perspective that you'll be able to see. Also carrying one of our cars, the 16 of Ricky Ergot in the Sandvik Cormonts Rev 1 Power Services Chevy. He starts in the 7th position. This year, Scott taking over the Rookie Challenge program for the ARCA Racing Series. Some pretty impressive names that have won this honor in the past. Benny Parsons, your brother, back in 1965.
And he finished third in this Daytona race back in 1965 in his rookie year.
How about those names on there? Davey Allison, Bobby Gerhardt, Frank Kimmel, Parker Kligerman. Big names in the ARCA Racing Series. How about the guys who are eligible for the 2013 prize of the Scott Rookie Award, and that's Ricky Ergot, Justin Boston, Bo Lamastis, Mason Mingus, Mason Mitchell, and Chad Bowe will be names that we will keep our eye on throughout the 2013 season. Two of the best in the business working pit road tonight. We go down to Ray Dunlap and Jim Tretow. Jim?
Hey, Rick, one thing to think about is how fast these young rookies really can be. The fastest qualified car that is here for the very first time behind the wheel is Darrell Wallace Jr., a young Joe Gibbs Racing Development driver in this white number 55 machine. He is here as the third Venturini car to start in the first two rows. This car has been proven, been fast. This team's proven to put youngsters in victory lane. How important is it for him to get approval by NASCAR to run the Truck Series this year? He has to run laps here today. How important is it for this young man to prove himself to Joe Gibbs and J.D. Gibbs? They were down here giving him last-minute thoughts right before he climbed in this machine. So he has a lot to prove yet. Really nothing to lose. He's going for the win here today, Ray, and he's one of the young drivers we'll keep an eye on. Ray Dunlap?
Well, Jim, later the proof will be in the pudding. We'll find out what race car is right here in Victory Lane at Daytona. And each and every year I walk through the garage and I pick out my favorite. Over the last couple of years, I thought for sure Dario Franchitti was going to win at Daytona. He didn't do it. David Reagan didn't do it. Ty Dillon didn't do it. And last year, Brandon McReynolds didn't do it. So my favorite picks aren't always a great one. But I have to tell you this, I believe the 4 car of Kyle Larson is one to watch today. Not just because everybody believes he's a great driver. They've got a Hendrick engine, a great car from Turner Motorsports, and I'm telling you, that car is going to be fast, even though it didn't qualify well. But what do I know? Whoever I pick never wins, because Bobby Gerhardt always does.